Hello there, my lovely Libras. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald. This is your August 2021 tarot reading. And as I tap into your energy here, we definitely have a journey back to self overall here for this whole month. This is really going to be prodded, by an exchange within a love relationship, I do feel, or a family relationship, a dynamic here within a relationship, and things are going to be falling apart. And as a result of that, you are going to return to self and find yourself again, and it's going to be this beautiful journey, and it doesn't come, of course, without this heartbreak. But what I really feel here as we tap into the energy at the beginning of the week, the 1st through the 7th, the first card that comes out is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, Aquarius also got this as well. So, I feel like this is a failure for someone to stay committed in a relationship, okay? And this is something that you're not going to be able to escape. This is going to be a very dramatic ending, I feel, overall. And it's nothing that you did. There's nothing that you did to cause this, and this isn't your fault. And this is something to be mindful of as you move through this. So for the rest of the week here, we got the Ace of Cups with the Queen of Swords, cutting things out that no longer serve, and the Five of Wands and the Tower card. So lots of conflict with this jumping ship, things coming to an end, right? Things look very ugly there in that card. So I definitely feel as though this has you fired up, right? This like turbocharge, right? And you're ready to come in swinging that Five of Wands. You're ready to fight it out to the death even, right? And because you just want to get to the bottom of things, you want to know the truth. And I feel like you're coming in and you're trying to spearhead this project, this campaign to get to the truth, and you have this wall of defense up, and you are staying strong to your views, staying strong to your morals and what you believe. You're upholding that to the best of your ability, and you're not allowing this person to come in and drag you down. You have your armor on, your shield, and they're not going to break you down. But I do feel with this knockdown, drag out fight that this person could be taking some low blows. This person could be really feeding off of your insecurities. They know you well. And so, just be mindful of that you are better than that. And you don't have to stoop to that level. And you don't have to really get on that playing field at all, okay? And so when you want to know the truth, honestly, I'm not really certain that you're ever going to know the full truth. And so just remember that this whole fight could be very futile. It could be useless. And so, you could feel like your whole world is falling down around you, but this feeding into this to really try to get to this truth that you may never find, it's going to take so much of your energy, and this energy could be put to better use elsewhere. You have other things, other tasks and things that you have to complete, and so just be mindful of that as you begin this month, because we want to set the tone for the month for grace, right? And to come out of this in holding your own, and to be sitting on that throne in a better place after all of this is kind of blown over. So just be mindful of that as things start to crumble a bit, okay? Breathe through it if you can, okay? So the 8th through the 14th, we have the Star card. And this is very symbolic of this healing. And we're going to come back to the Star card, so I'm going to actually put this aside for a few minutes here. But the Star card is very much one of sitting in your hopes and your dreams and processing your emotions and things like that, okay? And then it was also accompanied with, through the 8th through the 14th, we have also the Four of Wands with the Ace of Swords, new perspective, right? Making peace with things, and The Two of Wands, exploring. Okay, so beautiful energy here. I'm really feeling like it's like I hear like stop, drop, and roll. Like you want to put this fire out, right? This is like coming out of that first week. You're feeling like, woo, that was a lot, and you want to extinguish that fire, right? Because you were fired up. Now you need to like let that fire simmer and extinguish it, maybe, and extinguish it once and for all, right? That's really what I'm feeling with that. So how are we going to do that? Well, we need you to focus on the sweet stuff, the good stuff in life, okay? And there is an indulgent energy that kind of surrounds that as well. Like if you're feeling like you need to indulge just a bit to help you to soothe some of that, that's okay, right? Like if you need to go spend a little bit of money, if you do some retail therapy, I'm not saying that, you know, you need to go overboard and do that like as a great big coping skill all the time, but like I do feel that that's something that could happen, particularly probably in this week, or maybe eating some sweets, right? I feel that that could also be something that could happen this week with you. By all means do so, and I say do that in moderation, right? But I do feel like just don't sit in that energy. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in that energy, right? Because we want to have you really process those emotions in a healthy way. We really want you to sit with those emotions, feel those emotions, so that you can release them. Because then you can come out on the other side and create space for something new and better. Okay? But I hear for the 8th through the 14th, it's a song like the Candyman can, and it's like, who can take a like sunrise and sprinkle it with dew, and you know, like all of that. And then it was talking about chocolate and all of this. The Candyman can. Well, and so that's why I feel like it's really about looking for the sweet stuff in life, right? And so it's important to focus on those good things in life. And I feel like particularly this week, surrounding yourself with really supportive people, loving people, good things in our life, like our friends, our family, that would be really, really beneficial for you. Also, maybe, you know, as you are navigating this week, be mindful of like what's happening around you. You might get some insights of things that you did in your childhood that brought you a lot of joy. Jot those things down and then return to them. Maybe actually go do those things to kind of rekindle some of that joy. Because it's going to nurture that inner child, and it's going to help to soothe those hurts and help you heal overall, okay? And bring in joy, which is a great, great thing. So, you know, those are some things to be mindful of. Also, maybe there's a band from your childhood, right? Like a concert, and they're going to have a concert nearby. You know, maybe you want to get a ticket and go to that. That would be something that would be really good for you, I think. So, keeping your eyes open for something like that, an opportunity to pop up where somebody has an extra ticket, something like that will happen for you, I think, this week. And I think that it's just going to be just the right thing for you. It'll spark some imagination, it'll spark some curiosity, and I do feel like you really have a need to explore here, Libra, what is in your outer world, right? Not just our inner world, but like what's in our outer world, because when we do that, we get so much inspiration, right? And so going for a road trip, I think, would be really good too. It's really going to benefit your mood if you do, even if it's just a short one, or just going for a drive, right? Turning the music on. I feel like those would be really good, because it's important here to remember too that you're going to be easily triggered right now when you're very emotional, because you're in a delicate space after everything that's happened. And so just be kind to yourself, be gentle on yourself as you move through this week, okay? So then we move into the August 15th, the week of August 15th through the 21st, and we have the 9 of Wands. So got your guard up, got your defenses up, with the Queen of Pentacles sitting on your throne though, knowing your worth, with the 6 of Cups, all surrounded by the Empress energy on the bottom of the deck. So really bringing in a lot of beauty. Now, with this, I'm really feeling like the word diamonds is coming through from Spirit. So what I feel with this is, you know, being mindful that diamonds are formed under pressure. So yes, you've been through a lot this month. And understanding that is going to be the key here and in the outcome of it all, okay? So diamonds are formed under pressure. Yes, they help us to come out on the other side of that with more beauty and shine brighter, right? That Empress, okay? So we want to use this diamond energy, because diamonds are like what they say, girl's best friend, right? We want to use the diamond energy, tap into that to make peace with the past. We want to be best friends with our past now, right? We want to really get to know it. We really want to learn it. We want to know why things were happening, how we allowed things to happen, right? So that we can learn from it. So going forward, we don't start to repeat some of those same things. So that's really what I'm feeling with the diamond here, okay? So maybe go buy yourself a diamond when you're doing the retail therapy, right? So to remind you that diamonds are formed under pressure, and that's okay. We don't want to judge it. We want to learn from that, okay? So it's linked here, Spirit was, again, in this week, really, really bringing my attention to the Star card, because this is where maybe the bulk of your healing is going to happen this month. And now, not all of your healing from what has happened is going to happen this month, of course. But I think that this is where your shift in your perspective is going to happen, where you're going to start to see things a little bit differently, where you're going to be starting to look at like things in retrospect, right? Now remember, hindsight is always 20/20, right? You're going to start looking at things saying like, well, I should have known that was happening because, or like, I would have done this if I'd have known this, or I could have done this, right? Like, don't sit in that energy, okay? It's really important that you don't do that to yourself, right? Because everything that's happened, there's A, nothing we can do to change it, and B, it's all purposeful now in the fact that we can learn from it, learn that it, has brought us to where we are. And also, I always say and tell people, clients, that it is important that we not regret things that have happened in the past, because in those moments, if it brought you happiness, there's nothing to regret, right? And so, of course, we learn and open our eyes to new and different things as we grow. And that's the beautiful thing about life. That's what we're here for. And so when you learn from those lessons and you grow, you start to call in different experiences, and you, so to speak, like level up. And so then you get new and different experiences. But we meet everybody where we're at, right? And so that's the beauty of this growth process and this human thing that we're doing, and experiencing all of these emotions. So as we get into the week of August 22nd through the 31st, we have here the King of Swords with the World card with the King of Cups. Now, this is like really, really good stuff, because at the bottom of the deck was the Fool. Okay, so this is like the new beginning that you're going to be having. So, again, I feel like there's going to be a whole host of new opportunities coming in. Now, with that word host, Spirit was also having me be mindful to remind you that if you choose to host a party, it might be really beneficial to you in terms of bringing you in a new opportunity. Or if you get invited to a party, it's important for you to go, because it's about bringing in new networks and new people into your life, and new ways of support and that kind of thing. Okay, so this is going to be really good for you to do those things. Do your social self, right? But I think too with this is, as you're out there navigating that social scene, it's important to remember that there's a need here for you to be truthful. There is an energy here for someone wanting to spare somebody's feelings, okay? Don't do that. Be honest. Be truthful, because I feel like it could get you in a sticky situation if you were saying something that you didn't mean, and then later somebody could kind of like hold you to that, or like later it could come back and bite you, where somebody might say, well, you thought that I was handsome or something like that, and then you'd be like, well you are, but you don't feel right saying it, and it's like your face says everything, and then they might have their feelings really hurt. So just be honest up front about everything, stand in your truth, be authentic, and at the end of the day, I think that you're just going to be sitting in solitude, in your own peace, beginning this new journey. And I do feel like with that solitude, you could actually be living alone, or you could be going somewhere alone. And really that could be something that maybe you've wanted to do it for a long time and you've just been putting it off, but that will bring in a whole new realm of peace that you haven't had in a while. And so I think that if you're wanting to do that, don't put that off. Okay, so really good energy here for you for the month of August, Libra. As always, I do a self-care card because I think that self-care is so important for all of us to keep at the forefront of our mind as we navigate our everyday life. So as we navigate August for you, Libra, out of the Sacred Self-Care deck, we have Make an Altar. Now, you can see that this person is sitting in front of a small table. There's a candle, there's flowers, there's a picture of what maybe a woman standing with her sacred self with like her, adorned, right, coming up out of the lotus. It could be Jesus. Maybe you have a picture of Jesus that you want to put over there. And then there's a woman sitting with, in mudra with like yoga pose and stuff like that sitting there. So whatever your altar looks like, that is going to be completely individual to whatever you decide to put there, right? It can be coins, it can be jewelry, it can be incorporating the fire element with the candle, however that looks like for you. But the point of the altar here is for you to make sure that you're making time each and every day to sit in that peace, in that solitude, to reconnect with yourself, to reconnect with spirit, to make sure that you're reflecting on things that have happened that day, and to process emotions, to process thoughts, to process lessons, making sure that you're setting your intentions or you're praying. Those are the same things, setting intentions, praying, right? And through that, you're really going to get a sense of clarity on what it is that you're looking for out of your big picture, right? And so you'll get insights from spirit. You'll be connecting with your intuition. You'll know where you want to go next. Like, it's just a whole flow that comes from it, which is really awesome. So, I do feel you'll be sitting in your power better, and it can help you to manifest better. So there's just a whole slew of benefits from doing that as well. So beautiful self-care card for you, Libra. I do so hope that this reading for your August resonates for you. If it does, please do let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, you can always hit me up on my Facebook or on my website to book one. I have the links in the description box below as well. And again, I will be back with another read for you all again soon. In the meantime, hit that subscribe so that you don't miss any of the wonderful content that's coming out as it comes out. And if there's a Libra that's near and dear to your heart, please share this message with them. Let them know that I'm here so they can also benefit from hearing these messages. So take care, everybody, and I'll be back soon. Thank you.